That was great, John. There was no delay. There was no pause.
Total accident.
I could tell.
I was like, oh no, did I do that too soon?
Yeah. Nice.
All right. Hi, everybody. Welcome to our Thursday night drawing session with Drawing Hive, brought to you by Visual Arts Passage. For those of you who don't know what we do, we are an online mentorship program that helps people develop careers as illustrators, painters, and viz dev artists, mostly illustrators and painters. Hey, we got some really good character and props stuff going on, which Timmy might bring up to you a little bit later on. One of our my past students, it's a rock star, Dustin Darrenalt's teaching a class with us, and I'm excited about it.
That's
So,
gonna be fantastic.
Mhm.
yeah. So, hey, we're here tonight to draw bugs and a B for Gary. I guess Gary is saying,
Gary, you know what's funny about this is so I posted the reference and then I immediately this is the life I live. I immediately get a message like at 11 p.m. It's really nice to go to bed and then get a message, a complaint. But but I get a complaint directed at me for like the only thing I don't do for Drawing High.
You know what? The complaint can be directed at me. I looked at bees and I thought a cicada was cuter. I got overruled.
Yeah.
I chose
And so
cicada. So Gary, it was
uh,
me.
there's yeah.
Cassandra, I would have drawn that Casada.
Yeah.
I was excited about it.
Well, there's nothing I dislike more than being told what to do. And so I chose a B that's like the least B
No, you
out
found a
of
beautiful picture. I did not
Good
see
gig.
that picture.
Yeah,
I
that's a
was
great
like,
one.
it's just pigging out on pollen, and I thought that was kind of funny. So
All
anyways.
right, so as always, we got three poses and four pieces of reference. So here's Gary's B. Here's a giant African snail,
I'm obsessed with these guys.
zebra spider, which I've been trying to draw for like the last 40 minutes, just having a hard time. So, and then the rosy maple moth.
The
Is
cutest
it
moth
Rosie or
ever.
Rossi?
Rosie.
Rosie?
I think Rosie.
That's
Probably.
beautiful, isn't it?
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
adorable. They're only 2 inches wide with their wings out. So that's only 2 inches
You know,
across. Yeah.
it
Ah,
looks like the front end of it, if you did like put it in black and white, like the legs, it would be a spider.
Mm-hmm.
yeah.
Really interesting. So anyway, that's our reference tonight.
All right.
Timmy's probably got some uh message of how to post and all of that. But again,
Yeah.
we're doing two 20-minute and one 40-minute pose. Choose wisely.
Yeah, please draw along if this is your first time tuning in. I'll also encourage you to ask questions. So don't you don't have to just listen to us talk. Please ask questions. It could be about career, it could be about industry, it could be about technique, process, whatever you want. Um, and share your work with us as you draw along. So if you post your work to Instagram, use hashtag drawinghive259, hashtag drawinghive and add visual arts passage. That is episode 259. So
Crazy.
been drawing for a long time. And I don't know that we done a bugs episode?
No, I got
Yeah.
excited. That's why I immediately found reference for you.
Yeah. It's a fun one. I was thinking the next bug episode, which we could do, we could go straight into sequel, right?
Mhm.
We just franchise this out, and then we'll be on like bug episode 19 a year from now. Because we're like, it's what the people want. Um, but militarized bugs, so like the ones that are like look like they're ready for battle. That's what.
Well, yeah, like, I almost picked an Eastern rhino beetle. Like they
Yeah.
look really cool. Um, yeah, stag beetles are really fun. And
It's
there's
pretty.
so many, so many.
It's crazy. It would be terrifying if the ones that, the ones that are like, they look like they're suited up for battle.
Well, and then, you can have a
Like,
whole creepy bugs episode where there's just ones that just looking at make you go, ugh.
oh yeah, gross. Just gross
Nothing
bugs.
creepy about this spider I'm drawing at all.
Oh, that guy's cute. That he was adorable.
All right, everybody. I'm opening up the chat, so you can all use the chat. Let us know where you're tuning in from, and let us know what's the scariest bug where you live.
Ooh, that's a good question.
Yeah,
Because dude, when a
Baltimore.
little like
Baltimore, I could guess. I'm gonna guess roach in Baltimore. Yeah.
I think it's got to be the brown recluse here. Yeah, it is probably for a lot of places in the
yeah, that's
Midwest.
a good one. But what about like those millipedes with the extra long
Yeah, I
legs?
was
I
gonna
can't
say
remember the
I'll
name
take a
of it.
brown recluse any day of the week over the yeah, those just like 10,000 legged basement bugs.
Yeah, but they can't do anything to
I
you.
don't care.
It's just
Brown recluse.
I'd rather get bit by a brown recluse than even be near a millipede.
Think differently. Yeah.
Yeah, I don't care. I'm young. I will survive the brown recluse bite. Yeah. Oh man.
Ran into I was in Arkansas, ran into a scorpion. Um,
There you go.
it got my attention.
Someone
oh
said
yeah.
snails aren't bugs, but
I know they're technically mollusks, but like I feel like they still kind of fall into the bug realm, so I included it. And then I'm fascinated by giant African snails. I even
yeah.
put one in a painting earlier this year. Um, they are one of the most invasive species in the world, and I don't know. They
So
can
that's how they
weigh.
got in here.
Oh, they came over here in the 1960s by this
Yeah.
kid who brought him to Miami as a pet, and then the mom got mad and released it into the wild, and then within like a decade, there was like 60,000 or something like that. But they can weigh up to 2.5 pounds. Like that's what the largest one can weigh.
Really?
Hmm.
Wow.
They can be like 8 inches. Like if you see them, like it'll be draped across a whole hand.
Yeah. I'm not a big bug person. Not a big bug person, but I don't mind moths.
But it is National Moth Week, so it is excellent
Yeah.
timing for this theme.
Oh my gosh, my wife doesn't like moths. They're not good for clothing.
True, they are not good for clothing, but they're
They
so
don't bother me at all, though.
cute. I think they're the
John, are you gonna
cutest.
switch your camera?
Oh, sure.
Yeah.
I, um, hold on. Before I switch my camera, I put this shirt on specifically for you, Timmy.
Oh, thank you.
Going through my closet, and this
Trayvon
is,
Paris.
yeah,
Nice. There we go. Back in
swag
the
from
day.
probably 30 years ago.
It's how great of a business partner my dad was. People would be like, Trayvon Paris. What's the Paris for? His partner was last name was Paris, and he would say, "We have a location in Paris." Not what you want in a partner. um, oh, cool. Oh, that's cool, John.
Oh, John, that looks so good. Holy smokes. Those spiders can jump 10 to 14 times the length of their body.
Wow. So that is that like a foot?
Yes, probably less than that.
Yeah.
But,
Okay.
for them, that's big.
It's huge.
So can my wife if she sees one. Um,
Yeah. There you go.
she's deathly afraid of spiders.
Yeah.
They
I'm
don't bother me. For some reason they don't bother me at all.
wow. John,
Snake,
when did you start
snakes
that?
bother me.
When did you start this image? Few people are wanting to know.
Oh, like I've been drawing on this for like 35 or 40 minutes. I was getting set
Wow.
up at the same time, so I don't know exactly how long, but
Yeah.
there were some things I changed. I didn't like I don't like how this left leg how these legs, uh they're parallel to each other. These two on the left-hand side, so separating them was helpful. Move this one out a little bit.
Yeah, I think that looks amazing.
Well, I'm gonna screw it up here real soon.
Um,
I'm gonna try to paint it.
Bug photography is pretty crazy. It's actually really interesting to dig through and try to find something that's good. Um, bees were not easy.
I was looking for bees. You found a really interesting one.
Yeah. You know, wildlife photography photo of the year. Wasn't Nat Geo. I'm trying to remember where they. It was one of the big ones. One of the big like media outlets that I don't know if it was AP News, but anyway, the photo of the year for wildlife was a bee photo in 22, I think,
Mm-hmm.
and it was a truly bizarre photo. I almost chose it, um, but it was kind of a sad photo
Oh, okay.
because um, and it was because it was all of these male bees fighting over one bee, um, because the scarcity of female bees, um, and so but it was the photo. I'll share the photo. It's a crazy cool photo. It doesn't look real. It looks it looks like it was retouched to a degree that I was like, I don't want to like when I saw it, I was like, oh, that's not a real photo. Look at this photo.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
Crazy.
Bee on the
That's
left. The single one is just amazing.
yeah,
Yeah.
that is wild.
So there's a bee inside. There's a female bee. They're all fighting over.
Oh my gosh. Will she even
Yeah.
live?
I don't know.
Yeah,
But
they
yeah,
fight
that's
over it, then kill her in the process.
But it's the yeah, it's a result of the scarcity of bees,
Hmm,
which is why you shouldn't use Roundup.
right.
Um, but yeah, I'll say this: it did feel kind of clickbaity because it was kind of hard to understand if like that's a like a standard like a dog pile situation
Mhm.
or if it was like a new thing. You know what I mean?
Right.
Because you're like, well, I've never seen photos like that. And you're like, of course you haven't. That's like, like that's a really difficult moment to capture like that, you know? And then when I do see them near a hive, it tends to be like a million bees, right? So
Yeah.
I don't know. It was interesting though. It's a crazy photo.
Yeah, that's wild.
So, Cassandra, what should we all be planting in our yard for bees?
Well, it's like lots of flowers, especially native flowers. And also marigolds do really well. Butterfly bushes are fantastic. Milkweed is amazing. All the pollinators love those.
Well, I was trying to get you to say milkweed.
Yes.
Is milkweed? Yeah.
Oh, milkweed is fantastic for pollinators.
I mean,
I'm so I live in the city, but I have a pretty large area, like a pretty large backyard. And we've been in the process where there's like a bee society in Kansas City that will set your backyard up
Oh
if you
yeah, they have
donate
that
it.
here. Are you
They
gonna do
have
that?
it. Yeah, I'm trying to get them to do it in my backyard
Oh,
because
that'd be so cool.
and I want it to be on like the back of my backyard because we go up to this school where these kids they're like at that age where they're not cute. They just throw things at our dogs. Right?
Oh,
Oh, it's fine. The dogs are fine. But I was like, you know what would really what would be even better than a fence is a
bees,
yeah, gigantic beehive.
bees and snakes.
Yeah. Yeah. No, I'm gonna try to connect with the Snake Society. Yeah, just try to make my the barrier between my school or between the school and my house just really, really notable. I'm
Uh,
just kidding.
So,
Um,
Jimmy, I've been looking, and I'm going to do this fall. Is the back third? I have like a dry creek, which is like
yeah. Yeah.
a back third. I just a little bit less than 2 acres, and so like the back third is I don't know. It's well, it's I don't know, because it's a third of my backyard, so it's probably a
Okay.
third of an acre. I'm having it planted in wildflowers.
Oh yeah,
Oh, that's lovely.
I do that. I've got a ton of wildflowers. You know why I started doing it? Because in Kansas City, neighbors can't tell me to mow. Yeah,
It is so much
great.
better to if you can have a
Yeah.
natural lawn like that.
Oh yeah. Oh my gosh. Do you guys live in neighborhoods where people will tell you to mow?
Yeah. Well, we
Yeah.
actually have it tied into our HOA, so like they do it.
Oh man, I live in a neighborhood where some of the people really want to. You could be talk about things that get me fired up, Cassandra. That might be my gripe of the week. People that move into the city and want to live in a neighborhood that has an HOA. Yeah, I luckily do not live with an HOA, but I got a couple people in my neighborhood that like to pretend they're the head of it.
Oh dear. I'm
Yeah,
sorry.
and they do not like wildflowers.
What?
I know. But we've
You're
got a bunch out there.
bettering
It's really
your
fun.
place. Everything is better for it.
Yeah, watering grass is for losers, in my opinion.
Well, that's really what I want to do uh,
Yeah.
for the uh, for butterflies and bees in my backyard more than
Oh, it's
anything.
the best. It's so cool. We have a ton of bees. We got a ton of butterflies.
Yeah, and
Wow.
planting red flowers
Yeah.
make hummingbirds happy. Like
Yeah.
we've been planting a lot this year and
We
having fun with
yeah.
it.
We get the coolest, wildest little like animals, city animal. Like our backyards become kind of a refuge for all these cute little animals that are dogs. Um, attack and we we're hoping that they'll slowly evolve to be faster than a house dog, you know. um but we've gotten better at it. um Anybody, I just want to remind the audience because everybody's been chatty tonight, which I love. Ask some questions if you want us to not talk about our yards. I do think that the bee talk is kind of fun though, so
Yeah.
um,
I've ever since I started like I did that show with
yeah.
Department of Conservation and Recreation, they like it totally opened my eyes to just getting native plants in your yard is fantastic. Like the more you can do that, the better. Just
Yeah.
even just anything. But yeah, milkweed, especially local milkweed is like top one to start with.
When I when I bought my house, I was kind of going through something, and somebody told me one thing. They said planting trees is the most effective way to increase the value of your home, which other than just maintenance, right? Like
Mm-hmm.
assuming you don't buy a fixer upper or something, you buy a home that's working and is fine, and you're doing maintenance, but the trees can have the most profound effect on the value of a home. So I started planting them like I planted a lot. And then like too many, arguably. Like no one would mow my lawn because of it. Um and then somebody was like, also there's like a lot of research that like the more trees like surrounding where you live, like the happier you are. And then I was like, okay, this is clearly my purpose. I'm gonna plant a million trees. And
That's
John's been to my
wonderful.
house. It's out of control. It's too many trees. Yeah.
Timmy must have been really unhappy when he was.
Yeah, I was pretty yeah. And then I was done and I was like, did I plant the wrong trees or something? What the hell? It's not working.
Oh, so
No, it's
hard.
fine. No, yeah,
I
it does. It if once they grow tall enough as well, it actually cools your home.
Oh, yeah.
There's a major in Kansas City last year they actually gave out, I can't remember how many, but as a resident of Kansas City, you qualified to obtain, you could get two different trees that were shade growing trees for free. The city gave them to you. You could go pick them up. And it was like all about a cooling initiative. So you plant it, you know. Here's an art question though. When coloring the moth, are you starting with lighter or darker colors?
I just started with a base of yellow because it is lighter and I thought the other colors would layer on top of it well. I think it's Yellow is hard to pull out on top of darker colors. So yeah, I guess I
Yeah.
started lighter. Um, and then I'm just kind of building up from there.
Nice. John, you start with the darker color with the spider. I love your spider, John. It's really cool, actually.
It
The
is
eyes are,
super
it's
cool.
actually adorable. The eyes are very, it
I'm
looks like a
trying to figure out
baby.
how to put a web in the background.
Oh, yeah. Is this a web? Is it on a web?
No, it's on a leaf. This is
Not a
this
leaf, but
time.
I want it on a web.
Yeah. Is it a webbing spider?
I'm not sure.
I, who
But it
who
looks
knows?
cool,
Timmy,
so
So it's
Timmy,
fine.
ask that,
John,
ask that
sorry,
again.
John. My
Ask that
bad.
again.
Is it a webbing spider?
Yes.
Yeah, there we go. You did your research. Nice. I mean, I recently learned about like I think the creepiest spider for me that's like in my life is wolf spiders. And they're great. They're great for the environment, but they're so creepy. And
Hmm.
it's because they hunt. It
Mm.
they don't lay in wait, you know?
Yeah, this is true.
They track. They're like, yeah, they're like crocodile Dundee spiders. They're trackers.
What are those bugs? Like they're always in basements here in Richmond. So I've heard people here just call it the Richmond spider, but it's like if a cricket and a spider had a baby, like
Oh, yeah.
those guys, those ones were they yeah.
But they're not harmful at all. They're
No, they're not bad at all. They just creep me out when they like hop by you.
Oh wow. Someone says they have memory, planning, and REM cycles. I don't even have REM cycles. I don't know. I don't think I've gone into REM
That's
sleep
so
for years.
cool.
That's amazing. So
That's a
they
good
drink.
fun fact, Sabrina.
They have I to have okay, so I never have dreams really. Um Nothing would be more terrifying than doing a dream swap with a wolf spider.
Like what constitute as like a great dream to them is a nightmare to you.
I would think so. I mean, I don't know. I guess the alternative is to have the dream like a nightmare of a moth. I'm assuming that's much worse. Yeah, yeah. I didn't know that.
That's cool.
Daddy Longlegs. My nephew is 4 years old and is t really really like terrified of bugs. He's getting better at it, and so the rule is I can't show any fear of them. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Because then if I'm like, ooh, that's a creepy one, and so he'll ask me, we were up kind of in the like the country, so we're seeing all types of bugs you don't usually see in the city, and like he will be like, is that spider dangerous? Everything is new to him. And so I hate bugs, but I don't want him to be afraid. But he got stung by a bee too. And so he's terrified of bees and he thinks bees are evil. So I'm trying to convince him like, no, these are all, there's no good and bad in this world. They're just all there, right? And so I have to like he'll be like, is that spider bad? And I'll be like, no, it's not bad. And then he'll be like, really? And then I have to pick it up to show it to him. And it horrifies me. And somebody brought up like daddy long legs. Like he was like so freaked out by his daddy long leg. And I was like, no, they're really friendly. And then I was like, clearly the only way to like really sell this is to like let it crawl on my arm. And the whole time I was just like, oh my God, why am I doing this? I
I
hate
do think
this.
daddy long legs are pretty cute. They just got this little circle button
They're
body.
very funny. They're very
Yeah.
funny. They're science fiction almost. They're like w- they look like science fiction from like the 1800s where it's
I
just
feel
like a
like they should
ball of
belong in the
jellyfish.
Ministry of Funny Walkers, like they
Yeah.
just
they're incredibly
Yeah.
poisonous.
I think that's a wives' tale, but maybe it's not.
No,
I've
they're
always
poisonous.
heard that.
They just can't, but they're too big for them to bite.
Yeah.
It's like a
They
sea
just can't
snake.
get their mouth around they just can't fit their mouth around us.
Yeah, that's right. At least that's
Um,
what I
mhm. Yeah. I
try.
mean, I've heard so many things like that for so long that I've just like I hear it from one person, and then I'm in a situation where I just need to carry the conversation, and I just spread disinformation forever. Because
I could do that too.
somebody just said something that I've never thought about, which is like they're just like they're incredibly poison, they're horribly poisonous, and someone's like, "Don't eat it," and you're like, "Oh, that's a great point." What happens if you accidentally eat a daddy long leg?
I don't know. It's been a while.
It's been a minute. Yeah. All right. I'm gonna Snopes it. I'm gonna figure it out.
Yeah, that'd be great.
Is Snopes still everybody's like go-to, or is that totally
I don't think I think there's so many options. People still use it, but not like it used to be.
it? I've never really cared about it because I'm always like, but who is who is managing this? Um, uh, let's see. I'm sorry, I'm reading too. Um, they don't have venom glands or fangs. And they're not poisonous to humans at all. Um, and it's a complete myth. Sorry,
Oh, good.
everybody. Um, it's a total myth. Um,
I'm glad that's true.
just that's what we're all about here at Drawing Hives, just like clearing up untruths,
Glad.
clearing the daddy long leg name. It's, clip it, clip it. That's a good one. We just wielded the righteous sword of justice. Yeah.
That's what we're here for, right?
Yeah, that's why this is why it exists. Uh, yeah, a daddy long leg somewhere is thanking us. I love that. What have you been working on this week, Cassandra?
I've been getting ready I have two group shows this month, so I got one to the gallery out in Idaho, and I'm working on another one. Um, that's like another fun homage to Hieronymus Bosch. I've been on a Bosch kick lately.
Who, for somebody who's totally new to this world and doesn't know who that is, what would you say?
Oh, I kind of like to think of him as one of the first surrealists. He uh he did some wild paintings during the Renaissance, just depicting biblical moments like the Garden of Earthly Delights and such. And
Really?
he just had like he loved the fun, crazy details. It's just a feast for the eyes. You can
Yeah.
just stare at them forever and you'll find a man that, or just like, it's like a fish with legs, or, there's other fish that are flying, or there's just made up creatures. And I don't know. And
Yeah.
then like he has these structures that I feel like you see in sci-fi movies now because and
Yeah.
they're just forever influenced by his wild paintings. That's a guy I would have loved to be able to have a conversation with.
Really?
Yeah, there's a lot of some symbols in his paintings. Like you'll see a lot of men
Hmm.
wearing funnels as hats, and it's like false wisdom. People that think they know a lot, but they don't actually. And so I just
Yeah.
they're fraught with interesting messages and scenes and yeah, I'm fascinated endlessly by that guy. Yeah, somebody said snakes with ears.
Snakes with ears.
Yeah, they're just
Did I miss here at the beginning? Did you mention um like a religious or spiritual thing, or did I hear that in my
no,
head?
no, no. Yeah, he did.
Okay.
He would use his paintings as like he would be commissioned to do different messages. Like Gardens of Earthly Delight is basically showing like heaven and hell,
Hmm.
and he was commissioned to do that. And I think he spent like 10 years on it or something. Uh,
Wow.
But yeah, they're just, you want to go down a rabbit hole. There's always so much interesting things to look at and to take from it. So I don't know. I got on a kick for him, and so now I'm doing a piece inspired by him, just because I can't resist.
I have a question that might show kind of a blind spot because I think it's just on the topic of like religious related art,
Hmm.
right? And so it may show, it's definitely going to show a blind spot for me. It, I don't know, but so much of the art that is religious that we talk about historically from, I mean, going back, hundreds to thousands of years, right?
Hmm.
Is Christian leaning or like Western leaning. Are there do are there artists that come to mind that are outside of that scope that come to mind pretty quickly, or
Hokusai. Do you
could
agree?
you say that again, John?
Hokusai
Yeah,
influenced a lot of Western painters.
really.
Yeah. And don't ask me about timeline or anything like that. But
No, I was thinking about it just as it was truly something I was just curious about.
Well, there's
I know that there are a ton, obviously.
oh man.
I'm not asking does it exist. I'm just saying like it's just we live in the
well,
Western
yeah, I guess my
world, and
question
so
is,
we're
are do
exposed to
you
Western things, and so yeah.
do you mean within Western art, or I mean, because there's so much amazing art outside of Europe during that time period too.
Yeah, also, yeah, I should preface it, Cassandra, by saying that I'm not referring to anything contemporary, right? Because like obviously like we live in like a globalized kind of society now. And so I'm thinking more historically that broke through into the West like really early, maybe. I guess maybe that's kind of my curiosity is things that like broke through to the West very early.
Well, a lot of Dutch
Yeah.
Renaissance, there's a lot of it that's not religious at all.
Yeah.
Botticelli did a lot of stuff that was, more based on like mythology, but
Hmm.
he also did religious work. I think a lot of it is honestly, it's commission based work, and the churches had the most money at the time.
Yeah.
So, like, we held on to a lot of that art because those were the best artists of that moment getting those jobs. Those were the big jobs that kept them, with food and housing for a
Yeah.
long time. But yeah, I mean, definitely outside of Europe, you're going to find so much amazing art in Asia and Africa.
Yeah. Oh my gosh, yeah.
Yeah. But within, Europe during the Renaissance, yeah, I think of a lot of the like in the northern European area, like they
Mhm.
actually didn't believe in showing like God or religious figures in paintings. So
Mhm.
that's when you
Right.
have a lot of the still lifes. And then the still lifes there's a lot of symbols within that too.
Yeah.
If you see kind of a piece of fruits rotting, that's kind of a memento mori discussion
Mhm.
that's going on with that. If the fruit is cut open, like everything has so many interesting messages that they were kind of
Yeah.
doing in there. I don't,
Totally.
does that
Yeah.
answer it?
No, it does. I think also like it wasn't really a coherent question as much as a topic. Um to just be like I don't know anything about this. But it's another thing where it's like I often don't go to a museum here and see and maybe I'm not cultured enough to notice this or catch it or see the right show, but that I will see I'll see a show or something featuring artwork of an era from the East or from
Hmm.
the showing Islam or something or like indigenous work. You often don't see like a name.
Right.
I
That's
guess
a good
I
point.
guess that's maybe the core of like kind of my interest is like you often don't see a name.
Hmm.
It's it's much more embedded from what it appears to me by the institution or the organization than it was the artist. Does that make sense?
Yeah, well, and often it's probably the collectors not taking the time to learn the name of the
Mhm.
artist um that was collecting
Yeah.
back then and then donated
Uh,
to a museum.
yeah.
Especially I think they're trying hard now to better find the names, but you're right. A lot of
Yeah.
those names aren't known, and I think it's because they maybe didn't respect the culture as much when they were
Yeah.
collecting it. Because now, modern collections are, especially from all different kinds of cultures, they learn the name, they
Yeah.
catalog the name. I think it's just people didn't take the time to respectfully
Yeah.
learn the name.
Would people be interested in us getting somebody from like a museum or a school to come talk about like religious iconography, or would that be not interesting to our audience? Let us know in the chat, please. Because I would love to hear someone talk about it. Because I can ask these questions, but it's tough because then we gotta, I don't know. Sometimes I don't, I want somebody who really, really, really knows it. It's like fun.
Yeah, no,
You know
I
what I
want to
mean?
hear that. That would be
Yeah.
amazing.
Yeah.
You're
Cool.
not your guy.
Everybody seems game. Yeah, John, you're not the guy? Really?
I'm not the guy for that.
Yeah. I love that there was like an entire genre of art where they're like, oh yeah, this color means this in this genre. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, well, and some of it is, and then some of it I want to know. I would love to pick their brain of like how much is made up and guessed because
Ooh,
some of it is like it was a commission piece and they were specifically
yeah,
told what to paint. So is it
yeah.
because the artist knew about that, or is it because and that they put those symbols in, or were they told by somebody that paid them to do it to put that in, not even really fully aware what it meant?
Okay, cool. We got somebody that's at a museum and they know somebody that's knowledgeable in this field. Do it. Do it. Hook me up. Send
Oh,
me
that'd
an
be
email.
awesome.
Send me an email. Let's make it happen. Amazing. Yeah. Yeah, no, Cassandra, totally. It's like because I remember, taking like a hobbyist class because I didn't study this, but them being like, oh yeah, it's blue. So that's, and I'm gonna butcher it. I was a bad student. They're like, that's the Mother Mary. And you're just like, okay. Of
Well, because blue
course
was
it,
an expensive color
yeah.
during the Renaissance and medieval time. So blue was saved for only like the creme de la creme, like
Yeah.
the Virgin Mary or
Oh,
Jesus.
you're talking about the actual materials used for the painting.
Yeah, and so because it was so
Oh,
precious
I
and so
thought you meant like
expensive.
the dye. I thought you meant like the dye, like Mary Magdalene had to get her hands on that
No,
blue
no, no,
dye.
no. Like just for making
Yeah.
the paint.
Yeah.
Yeah, like that was just lapis lazuli was really hard to get access to. So if you notice in Renaissance paintings, you don't see the color blue often, except for when you
Mm.
see like the Virgin Mary. Um, so because it was only the most expensive, like the richest churches could ha like afford to get them that color.
Wow. What was the everybody, I'll put a pin in this. We should move on to our second image. Please post your work to Instagram. Do it now. Don't wait till the end. It's hashtag drawing hive 259, hashtag drawing hive and add visual arts passage. Drop that in the caption and we will check it out at the end of the episode. I'm very excited about this one because we've never seen bugs. I want to see what everybody does with the bugs. Um, that's super interesting. So, because did you I'm I'm often thinking of the next question, so I apologize if I miss some of the answer. Did you say how they derived the that ink? Or
Oh no, the
my
pigment
bad listener, the
from the
pigment.
lapis lazuli
Yeah.
stone, and it's really is it Afghanistan or Pakistan, and then I think a country in Africa.
I know that I've heard of it, and like Afghanistan's like historically famous, known for its dyes, right?
It's stones. So it's like you're grinding a
Stone.
stone, and then then you need a binder. So it
Okay.
could be an egg tempera back then, or you could be adding an oil binder.
Okay. Interesting. And I just posted the hashtag and everything, everyone. So grab it in the chat. Cool. I'm gonna make that happen. I'm gonna make a concerted effort to get a specialist on here.
That
Not
would be so cool.
probably not an artist, but a specialist. It seems much more doable than my magician thing. Um, because I got a feeling that like a specialist in but you know what would be cool
Hmm.
is kind of get like a Dan Brown type that's a little kooky.
Yes.
We're like at the end of it, we're like Is any of that true? No, I'm kidding. We're gonna get an actual specialist, but I could see it going off the rails. You know, yeah, I'm gonna do my best to vet our iconography specialist. Uh,
No,
yeah,
I think that would be fascinating. I would love to hear what they have to say. I think there could be really cool
sure,
conversations.
sure, yeah, yeah. Somebody just mentioned like Mesopotamia in the chat, and I'm just like, I was such a bad student. I I remember like trying to learn the maps and then them being like, "Oh no, that's like an old map. That's like a map from like 20,000 years." I'm like, what are you? No, Mesopotamia. Like I remember being like, "What are you're telling me Mesopotamia is not even here anymore?" This is exhausting. I was such a bad student.
No,
Um,
when you're young though, it's hard to like,
you're just like, "What?"
yeah, it can feel overwhelming to
There's
to
so many
understand.
things.
And someone will teach about a society but not explain what that country is now too. That would be hard for
Yes.
me. Then I'd be like, whoa, wait, what that I didn't know that was its old name and this is the new name.
Yeah,
Because yeah.
I have a lot of like blind spots in that aspect of my life. Like I find it amazing. There are people that like really have like a kind of an in-depth understanding of like the entire globe. The his like yeah. Like if you could draw Mesopotamia, it would blow my mind. Yeah. Mainly because like if you ask me to draw like the shape of all the states, like I am toast. Like I am done.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah. Um, cool. John, do you have you always do. Do you have a segment tonight?
I do.
Let's see if I can play you on. I've got a feeling that it might work if you're ready.
All right. Give me a second. You got there
Ah,
quickly.
uh, did
That's
it
okay.
play? Did it play?
Yes, it
Yeah,
did.
he did great.
Oh
And
my
it was
God.
loud. It
Oh,
was good.
that's fantastic. We're back, people.
Woo woo.
We are so back. The soundboard's working.
Okay, so Cassandra,
Yes.
you know this guy?
I don't.
Oh, I bet you do when you see some of his work. He was kind of like the beginning of the naturalists, and I thought it was appropriate for this evening. Look at some of this work.
Oh my gosh.
This stuff is
Oh, fun.
absolute.
This is awesome.
Speaking of a stag beetle, look at that guy.
Hell
This stuff
yeah.
is really stunning. It's really beautifully done. And I remember first hearing this guy's name a long, long time ago. Well after his death, considering he was born in 1542.
John, when were you born? Was that?
I was a little after,
Yeah.
a couple of decades after that. I'm not that old. Um, born in Antwerp in 1542, you could call him uh, Oris or George. Either one. He went by both, um, or he was called both. He lived until he was 58 or 59. I like things a long time ago when they don't exactly know how old. Um, uh, but he died in 1601 in Vienna, Austria. But he had a huge impact, and where I first heard his name was from Alan Kober.
Oh my gosh.
Showed like a
Oh,
couple.
good.
You can see why as when I go through some of this stuff. Um, and you can see other artists that have drawn from his work. But he did more than just bugs. He did insects and bugs and animals and he was really one of the people they credited the way that he designed things to like the modern day still life.
Hmm.
And you'll see more of it in a second here. But I thought this stuff was really beautiful.
Oh, stunning.
This one, hey, well, I did a close up on that. Look at that. That's what I want to do.
Is he using watercolor like over etching? Like what is
So yeah, watercolor was part of it. Etching was part of it. It got into very little process and everything that I look at. Um, since some of this was printmaking, so I think, whatever printmaking process he was using was a big part of it too.
wow.
This predates almost everybody that um, I've shown in here that was doing anything, any, animal or insect or, even plant.
I can see how yeah, I see so much other stuff that came after him that is purely based on this.
Hmm. But here's some still life things. I
Hmm.
don't have a huge amount of his work. There's not a huge amount of it out there, but well, I should say that uh, there's actually quite a bit, but a lot of it are just repeats of the same thing.
Mm-hmm.
But as like this was like the beginning of scientific naturalism, um,
Really is.
but botanical and animal drawings that he was doing.
When was Juror?
Um, don't ask me that,
Oh,
Timmy.
I'm sorry. I thought
Okay.
is it before? I guess the real question should be: is it before or after this? You think?
I think it was after.
I think
Okay.
it's after.
Okay. Sorry, I blew
No,
it.
well, Durer was just before Holbein.
Okay.
Wait, so Durer was born in 1471. I just Googled it.
Okay, so it was before this.
Okay. Ah, I messed it up.
No, it's okay.
Yeah.
But I know I'm glad you said that. But this was almost like contemporary, naturalist drawing, things that were done scientifically to record things.
Whoa, what's going on
Yeah,
here?
wild.
That is wild.
Don't ask me about it. I have no
No, but
idea what
I
this
just
is.
want to know: is that a was that a person that?
I think so.
Isn't
Yeah.
that great?
It's like what back then though. What are the odds of you crossing paths? You know?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, so many of these things.
But I love
Wow.
how he put things on the page. He actually, he was considering design in a major way when he was putting these things on these pages, designing the whole page, some more of the still life stuff.
Wow.
Isn't that incredible?
Whoa.
Yeah.
There's something really creepy about that image.
Just a baby holding a skull.
Oh,
Like, here's your toy.
Oh, I didn't even see the
yeah.
skull. I was just like a baby surrounded by like scorpion, like all these things that could hurt it, I guess.
Yeah.
You know,
Well, I'm
and a
thinking
snail.
this one, I'd be a little bit more concerned about the baby.
I
Uh,
mean, it's definitely a discussion of mortality.
yeah.
Like he's holding like the sand timer, like
Yep.
a
Yeah.
sand timer. Oh my
Oh, I mean, a
gosh,
lot.
brain.
Someone also mentioned like a lot of it was dead. Like a lot of it looks like drawings of dead things.
Well,
Yeah.
I mean, it's kind of the
Yeah.
easiest way to be able to draw it.
Yeah. You ever try to catch a mouse? Yeah. Totally.
But I mean, look at his consideration to design and the object, the
Wow.
butterfly.
Well, that's kind of trippy.
Oh my goodness. Yeah, that I mean,
Whoa.
this feels like Art Nouveau paid attention to this
Yeah.
too.
No kidding, right?
Yeah, and the other thing they give him credit for was his ability to imagine things from like aerial views of mapping.
Oh, wow. John, I believe you've given me a new rabbit hole to go down. This is amazing.
Isn't that beautiful?
Yeah.
I love the sepia, black and sepia in these moths that he's doing. They're just stunning.
Hmm.
You mentioned aerial view, John, and to me that's really interesting because I try to think, and I'm just thinking out loud right now. Like, what's the like highest aerial view available to someone in the year 1500? You know?
Going up in the cathedral, that was always put, unless it's a
Yeah,
natural landmark.
next to God. Yeah,
Yeah. Well, but he definitely was the beginning of
Fascinating.
topographical
yeah.
drawing.
Uh huh.
Anyway,
It's
so
amazing.
that's my little talk tonight.
That was
Uh,
a fun one. I
That's a
like it.
great one, John. Thank you.
What in the hell is this animal?
I
This
was
is
trying to
and
figure it out.
I didn't have enough time to read that much about him, and I apologize. But I thought the
well,
picture.
the words are right there, John. Could you just
Yeah, I know.
Just
read
give
it
me
to
some
us?
Latin.
Obviously, a very, very bright individual. He studied
Yeah,
um, uh, all kinds of literature, mythology, history.
right.
He spoke in three different languages. He was a very bright individual, obviously.
Wow.
Hmm. And a curious one at that, too.
All right, I'm
Amazing.
done.
That was
Great
good.
pick.
That was a good one.
I
I like
now I
that
got to
one. That was
screw up my
perfect for
spider.
tonight. Um, we got 5 minutes left in this next one,
Dang, I
everybody.
am not moving fast today.
Somebody find out if John's put his spider on a pointless web. You know what you could do, John, is you make that into like a kind of a cracked ground. You're fine. Ah, somebody said rad talk. Nice, John. Great.
Red.
Someone said it's a Tasmanian devil.
Was that a Tasmanian devil? Because I don't know.
Usually Tasmanian devils have like a little cyclone around them,
No.
I believe. I'm pretty sure that was not the Tasmanian devil that I know.
It could be. I mean, that's a good guess.
It is a good guess. Yeah. It looks like a person that was turned into a mouse.
Well, I think, we're thrown off because we saw the man with the extensive hair on his face.
Yeah. Yeah. Which is a real condition. Um, but yeah, it is interesting to, yeah, 1500s. Everything's a mystery. Everything's a
Hmm.
mystery. You know,
But
like
that was a solid, effort to be as scientifically accurate for things that they probably most often didn't have access to. I want to know where he was going to sketch and get the information about all the different animals and species.
yeah, it's just
Oh, this is cool. John, I love when this happens.
everybody's getting to see a fun part.
Uh, Man, it's not. I thought it would go really dark with the black,
Really?
but maybe not.
What it, for someone who maybe doesn't know what's happening right now? What are you
I'm not sure.
doing? What's the strategy?
Strategy is I'm just gonna try to pull this pastel together with wax and oil paint.
Yeah.
That's what I did. Like, can you see? You can. I'll change my camera real quick.
No, it looks good where it is right now.
No, I was gonna do this. I was gonna change because I went from pastel. You can see those three, all those four on the wall
Oh,
right
yeah.
there. So the one I did last week, I put like a blue and wax over the top of it,
Hmm.
and it looks Uh, and then the others, I just use like a burnt umber.
You got some fans. Somebody says it looks like you're giving it a mohawk and they dig it. I like that. Nice. It's very punk spider. Yeah. Cool. Yeah, no, I don't know. It's interesting to see like somebody like that was like capturing these not maybe not capturing, maybe just finding a dead mouse, and being like, oh wow, I found this dead mouse before something ate it, or I caught it, or and then they're just like thinking, maybe I can figure out how it works. That's pretty bold during a time where like everything was, I think, left to. There's so much more mystery in life,
Mm.
or no, there was more. Um, I think that there is the same amount of mystery today as there was then, but we may live in a delusion now where we think there is less, right?
Yeah, I get that.
Right.
Hmm.
But um, it's just, it's, I don't know, it's very inspiring to just be like, oh, I'm going to sit down and try to understand how this thing worked, or like what it's, I don't know. Yeah. That's always, I always think I'm fascinated. As I've gotten older, I'm more and more fascinated by mystery, if that makes sense.
That's good. I mean,
Have
that
you gone
speaks
through
of
that?
curiosity and
Um, yeah, I
or
guess
you
I
are
don't mean it
fascinated by
like
the
I'm
not
not
knowing.
like saying it like I pat myself on the back being like, "Oh, I just love to ask questions." Um because sometimes that feels like a little bit like, "Oh, look at me. I'm such an inquisitive person." I mean it as like as in like accepting that there's no way I'll know. Does that make sense?
Oh yeah.
Just like accepting like you can't know, and that's the beauty of it, and that's cool. But it's it's like an itch you can't scratch. Also, I don't know. Cassandra the moth.
It's coming slowly. I'm not moving fast today.
Moths are pollinators of the night. Did you know that?
Yes, it
I
did.
recently, of course, you knew that.
Did you know this moth does not have a mouth and it
What
can't
does it
hear?
do?
They do all their eating as caterpillars, and then once they're moths, they are just focused on, mating, laying eggs,
So do
things like
they
that.
just they wait? They do they front load all their eating,
Mm-hmm.
and then so
Their whole
like
time as a moth, they don't eat, and they can't hear. They don't have any ears.
man, not my life. that's that's a tough. That's a that would be a tough. I don't know. I do know how to binge eat pretty well though, so I think I would thrive as like the prelude to the moth.
So you're like,
Right?
I want to be a caterpillar, but not
Yeah, I
a
want
moth.
out. I would hope that the consciousness switches out on the moth. I don't want any part of that. Yeah, but I'd be great caterpillar. I'd be a killer caterpillar. Yeah. What's up with moth? Oh, but that's just this moth. That's not
That's
even
just
something
this
new.
moth. Yeah.
Yeah. No mouths. So
No,
no, not to be crass, no pooping, right?
nope. Nope.
Okay. I don't know why I said no crass. Not to be crass. It's just it's a nature. It's a nature show. We're asking nature
Yeah,
questions.
yeah. And they're tiny, like with the wingspan across, it's only 2 inches.
Okay.
I just thought it was so cute. And I have little girls, and so they're like, you gotta draw the pink one.
It's so funny.
Like I was sitting at the kitchen table looking it up, and they were over my shoulder being like, yeah, 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 that one, that one, that one.
That one. That one. What did they have any? Did they have any that didn't make the cut that they wanted?
Oh, there were so many. I mean, they would have wanted it to be an all moth night if it was their pick.
We could have done an all moth night. Now that I'm thinking about it, I think this is just a bug show now. I mean I can talk about bugs forever. So this is
It's fascinating.
we'll get a I'll get a bug I'll get a bug person on next time we do bug thing too.
Oh,
All right, I'm giving myself homework, and I
I
have
do
writing
know
to
like an
do.
entomologist.
Do you know who is an entomologist that? is very close to me.
Who?
My uncle.
Ah, let's get your
His
uncle on. Why is
yeah.
he not on this episode?
He would be he would be a horrible guest. He would be terrible. Very nice guy, but not. I don't know about the entomologists in your life, but the only exposure I have to an entomologist is they're not real like they're not very performative in this environment.
Oh, well,
Yeah,
I met one when I went
yeah,
with my daughters over to DCR, and they were so
yeah.
cool. They pulled out all their drawers and showed us all their bug specimens and
Okay.
let us look at them under microscopes and stuff.
I love that somebody said the bugs were the reason I finally joined. Finally, we've been trying for weeks to get you to join. No, yeah, no, he had all the drawers and everything. Some really crazy bugs. Very interesting guy. He's my mom's brother. Um, Lives in Texas where they've got some pretty good bugs. Um, yeah, we need to find a bug guy or a bug gal. Bug guy or gal.
The one I know is a gal. You ask your uncle first. He could at least just give us fun bug
Sandra,
facts.
it would be such a it would be such a flop episode. Love my uncle, but he's he's not. It wouldn't be. It would be yes or no answers. Yeah, yeah. But you never know. Yeah, yeah. Bug specialist. Okay, I'm writing it down. Bug specialist. Find bug guy or gal.
Art historian.
Art historian of iconography. Dan Brown? Question mark.
Indiana Jones?
Yeah, yeah. I mean, you learn about these people, and then you have them on, and then the closest we ever came to having a guest on that we've always had good guests. I want to tell everybody this. We've always had good guests, but every time we've ever had a guest on that I don't know, that I haven't spent like more than an hour talking with, it's terrifying. I'm just gonna be honest, because you don't know what if
Don't know what you're gonna get.
what if something crazy happens. Yeah, and we almost had one a while back. It was the guy that kept finding all those paintings.
Oh yeah, that guy.
Yeah, we had a very brief dialogue, and I thought, no, you're not drawing Hive material. Yeah, a little zany, a little too zany. Also, I think that there's a non-zero chance there will be a podcast in a few years about like explaining why he was able to find all those paintings.
Uh,
Yeah, like I think that it was a guy that he was able to he like found stolen paintings. Like he was like, but he got a little too into it, you know. Started carrying around a bullwhip, like like you're
like
not even
legitimately Indiana Jones in it.
truly. He had a bull. He was doing cosplay, and you're like, hmm. And then when he would find the paintings, this was the red flag to me. When he found the paintings, he would always do photos with them before he like turned them over, and there was like no precaution to what he was wearing. Like he didn't use gloves or anything.
Oh, when
And
he's touching oh, okay.
yeah, he didn't have gloves or anything. He was being very like hands on with them, and I thought, I don't know, we should probably get him on before the podcast happens, you know. Just, but yeah, so uh, yeah, I don't know. Guests are fun.
Uh,
Someone said that they haven't been on in months, and bugs, not drugs, bugs drew them. It's a tough sentence. Bugs drew them back. We could bring it. Do people like themes like this more than when we do shows and movies? Because whenever we do shows and movies, we're always trying to like please the most people, and so that's why we don't do like really niche things. And I've tried to do niche things, but like where I'm like, oh, let's pick this like this like independent movie, but then like fewer people draw with us, and so it's tough. Yeah, love bugs and animals. This is tough because we can't just be only animals and bugs. A couple people have said they really hate bugs. Yeah, yeah, we've got a very mixed crowd. Everybody loves a draw though.
But well, I think that's why it's
Yeah,
fun to change it up. Like this was a nice, like
yep.
fun change up.
We could do musicians. Um, yeah. Um, was this a big week for you guys with Ozzy? That was sad. Was Ozzy an important artist for you guys or no?
Uh,
Not not that much for me.
Really?
I've
Uh,
always found him really entertaining.
Yeah. Yeah.
Actually, I like the music better than the entertainment, but the
Yeah.
this Black Sabbath stuff was great.
Somebody said comedians. I can't have comedian like literally I can't. The show will get canceled if I have the comedian song that I know. Ozzy, I heard a comedian say this to me that I thought was cool. That I like this blew my mind the way they said it. Is they were like the song Iron Man, right?
Hmm.
It's a song that feels like it has always been, and there are only a couple songs that are like that. That just they feel like they were like etched out of stone, and they've just always been around. And it's like they named a few songs that you're just like, oh yeah, it's crazy that they were just like right in front of us the whole time. But it took this one person to kind of carve them out.
Mm.
And I'm blanking on the one song that they mentioned where I was like, oh yeah, absolutely. It was like Seven Nation Army by the White Stripes, where it just feels like a song that's always been. It's always been here. And when it happened, it was just like, oh, they're I don't know. It was a really beautiful, I thought, like summary of him that I don't know connect with. But yeah, it's tough week for metalheads.
And wrestlers.
Yeah,
Thought
yeah.
about almost called Ray when I
To
heard that.
just the wellness check on Ray.
Well,
Yeah.
when Hulk Hogan
Oh
passed
yeah, was that today?
today.
Oh, yeah.
What about Malcolm Jamal Warner? That was sad.
Oh, time,
That's
yeah.
like my childhood right there.
Man, sorry I did this, everybody. This is the in memoriam section of this episode of Drawing Hive. Now I'm gonna say, okay, everybody, we're at the end of this pose.
Wow, I'm moving slow tonight. Sorry, guys.
No, everybody, we're moving on to the third and final. It's a long one. Please post your work to Instagram. Do hashtag Drawing Hive 259 hashtag Drawing Hive and at Visual Arts Passage. Um, Julian, all I'll say is chill out. We're not doing any of that. Um, um, yeah, no, it's always tough that like whenever anything you like grew up with, you know, like that's
Hmm.
you know,
Yeah.
I haven't had like any. I mean, man, when I look at comedy, I feel like there's like a long line of people that I'm waiting. I'm just worried about, but um, the first time like an artist like passed that like really affected me was because at the time I was like obsessed with her music was Amy Winehouse.
Oh,
And I'm not trying to
yeah.
make this a story like a conversation about like tragedy, just like of when you lose like a parasocial relationship you have with an artist that you don't know, you know,
Yeah.
and you don't
Who did
realize
you
like
say
they
to me?
Amy
Amy
Winehouse.
Winehouse.
Oh
That
yeah.
one that one was brutal, especially because like at the time I remember I was like obsessed with her album Back to Black,
Oh, so good. She's
and
so talented.
and then it was brutal to see that she was like the punchline of so many jokes,
That was
and you're
not
just
okay.
like, yeah, it wasn't, but like at the time, like it was just fully accepted, you know, and yeah, and that I'm not saying that that makes it okay. It's just I remember not even I just remember being like devastated when that happened. That was brutal. And I don't think that other artists have. I don't know. That's the most I've ever been affected by like losing an artist that like I'm not talking. Yeah, I'm talking about like the parasocial relationship of an artist. You know, where you're just like,
Hmm.
oh man, that sucks. Um, but yeah, I don't know. Yeah, I was like, how could I suck the life out of this episode as much as
You were doing so good, Timmy.
I don't know. I thought maybe I guess I thought this was a hypothetical of mine. I thought we'll go around and we'll say like, oh, like an artist that we that like that like, you know, you were connected with and you lost. But then it's not good. That's just not good. That's just not a good conversation to listen to. So sorry. Yeah. Yeah. But, you know, I'm trying my best, everybody. uh, yeah. Somebody said, well, there was the Memento Mori painting tonight.
Yes, yes, that's a good
I'm
point.
glad I could finally paint something for you guys. Yeah.
The baby with the skull.
Yeah, I am the baby with the skull. Yeah. Yeah. It's important to remember the Momori. The Momori. Yeah. Oh man, bugs. Bugs, bugs, bugs. John, how did it turn out as far as your strategy? Did it end up doing what you wanted it?
Say it again.
Did you end up like how do you feel about like what you were doing earlier? Like I'm just checking back in. Did, did you did you work
Oh,
your way
I
through it or
should have
what?
left it as a black and white.
Really?
I should have just, it worked well as of just a black and white drawing,
Yeah.
but I'm learning.
Yeah.
It would probably be better just a black and white drawing, but
Yeah.
I might be able to get something out of this.
You like how I did that, John? I was like, well, I really ran my course with that. Look how this is going.
Yeah, John's in flames over here.
Yeah.
Definitely not in flames over there.
Yeah.
Super cool.
Yeah.
I'm
Amazing.
just moving at a glacial speed today.
Hey, that's okay, right?
Yep.
I, Cassandra, I feel this way about edit. So I am a slow editor. So I edit for only for comedians. That's like my thing. I do it just as a hobby now. And I think that I only get hired by people who can tolerate waiting.
Hmm.
And I get so anxious though moving slow with little things.
Mm-hmm.
Does that ever bother you, or do you feel like you work pretty fast?
No, when I have a painting just going slow, because sometimes you can have like a good speed, and then there's just some pieces that just move slow, and I get so uncomfortable. Like I don't like that it's not
Really?
moving at the speed I'm used to it.
Do you ever get like a dreaded text that's like, "Hey, just checking in to see how things are going"?
Totally. Yeah.
Yeah. What do you try to do
Hi,
you
everything's great.
do
Yeah.
you I was just gonna say, are you ever pretty like I am always I get those texts and they're usually from a director. If they're from a comedian, they'd be super chill and like not, you know, like
Hmm.
they'd be like, "Oh, fun time." And but when it's from a director, it's like, "Okay, we're on a schedule. We want this out. I want to see what's happening." And I have to like temper expectations, but I also don't want them to think things are going poorly too.
Well, like I have, I don't know if you have an internal alarm system that goes off when you're just really off schedule. And if there's for some reason that I've gotten fully off of like a gallery schedule, like for a solo or mini solo, that's really when a gallery will check in. Otherwise, group shows, they'll just like, I'll see it when it sees it. Like it's cool that, they're not hinging that month on, my one piece. So they're typically chill for that, but it's if something's slightly off or something's going on, I'm quick to communicate, so I'm probably an over communicator, which you've probably learned about me by this point, Timmy.
Yeah.
No,
Um,
really?
John, I don't know if you've been able to tell by this point. Um, so
Uh,
I'll be quick to alert if something isn't quite right. But in general, most of the time things go fine, but you know.
Yeah. What's the frequency with which you have to say like, "Hey, I know I said this was when it was going to be done, but it's actually going to be done X number of days later." Is that do you ever do that?
Um,
Or does that happen?
I think I've still managed to stay on time, but I gave an alert
Yeah.
like this last solo. It was just
Yeah.
um it's the whole house just kept getting sick. So I just got off schedule and we had all of the snowstorms and everything. So I had just gotten a bit behind. So I was keeping her on track with how far I had gotten on pieces. Um, and like there was this moment where I was like, okay, I promised you, between 10 to 14 pieces. I have 10 for you. If you want two or three more later, I can do those and send those in a week, and they can arrive still a couple days before the exhibit. I can give you the sizes of everything. What would you like to do? And she was like, send them. Do it.
Yeah.
Like I love it, So I sent the 10 ahead, and then I think I ended up doing three or four more, and I sent those behind, and it would all worked out great. She was totally fine. She loved that I gave her a heads up,
Yeah.
and they sold right away, so it benefited both of us. Like she was just a really good sport about because I kept her in the loop from the beginning, telling her everything, not everything, but just like, hey, I'm trying my best, but we just got hit with another snowstorm. My kids aren't at school. Everyone's sick. We're trying. And so she knew I was doing everything I could. It's just there was no keeping up at one point. So I had to send three pieces. They were still there, plenty in time for the show, and it went really well. But I was very uncomfortable with having to say that because I like to be on top of things, and I just wasn't
Oh my
for
god, the
that.
number of like apology texts I will send to people if I'm like and if I am going to be an hour later than I say that I was going to be, I will I mean it will be a crisis for me. Which is funny because everybody that I'm dealing with, pretty much all of them are in New York, and they don't provide like Midwestern like etiquette as far as like when I say like I'm so sorry. Like what I want is like a soothing of like it's okay, right?
Like everything's fine.
Yeah, and yeah, I want like yeah, I want like, and they'll just be like whatever, like like it's so much colder in that regard because there's just
Hmm.
no like I don't know. They're not putting on a ton of airs, you know. Yeah,
Or just what is a big deal to you isn't a big deal to them.
they don't care. Yeah, yeah. If it's not a deadline, it's very much like if it's not going to affect the final product and it's not going to affect the final delivery, like who cares? You know. Um,
I don't know. I don't know if you guys do this, but I just have an expectation upon myself of what I hope to provide. And if I'm falling short, not that they even know what
yeah.
are the level expectations I set for what I'm sending, like I'm immediately ready to apologize for something that they didn't even know I was trying to do.
Yeah. How careful are you to send like a text photo update? Just be like, yo, check it out. This is what I'm doing.
Like
Pretty
most of the
careful.
people that I work with are like I've already know them somehow, so
Yeah.
I haven't, or I've gotten to know them pretty quick.
Yeah.
I don't know. I don't think I've had problems with that.
Is most of the correspondence by texting or email?
Email.
Okay. Everything I do with comedians is texting. It drives me nuts. It drives me up a wall, Cassandra.
But like, when I did all those beer labels in a row, like I did
Yeah,
like 10 or something like that.
yeah,
I the art director is a friend of mine, and so I
yeah.
would text her updates and that like, but
That's
anything
cool.
that was deadline
Yeah,
related was in email and packaged beautifully.
yeah, yeah. Pretty much as soon as
I,
somebody gets my phone number, they text. Yeah.
I spend a
John,
lot,
sorry.
I spend a lot of time, like if I have to update somebody on a timeline for something, I don't like showing them anything.
Yeah.
I think committing to like a visual. So I'll do everything I can to not, well, hey, can I see it? It's like, I'd rather you didn't. It's not going to look right because I haven't varnished it yet or whatever.
Yeah.
Whatever excuse I come up with, I try to not show people stuff until I'm done.
Um, yeah.
Especially, and that's hard to do in the illustration world, but I would always try to just say, hey, I just need, if you just give me another day, I can make it so much better.
Hmm.
You know what I'll do is I will send literally like a, it's such a different world, but I'll send, because my, first of all, my world's totally digital. It's all editing. Um, I'll send like proof of life, which is basically just like, I promise you I'm working on this,
Yeah.
right? And it's not, I would never send a finished I would never send like something in like in process. Because they just, no matter how much I try to explain to them, like,
Yeah. They can't see it.
they can't say, I'll be like, hey, I'm gonna send, and the only person that's good at it is Salacuse. I can send him stuff really early. I can send him stuff like way early, and he can see the shape design in it, and I could just be like, don't pay attention to the sound, ignore the noise. I'm using a commercial song, by Ozzy Osbourne, and we obviously can't afford that, but like we're gonna find something like, you know what I mean? And he can like get it. Whereas like anybody else, they'll like, I'll say that. I'll be like, do not give me notes on the sound. If you give me notes on, like, do not give me notes on the sound. He's the only guy that like will be like, okay, and then not do it. Everyone else will be like, I'm liking it. It's just the sound is very off-putting, and you're like, God
Well, that's the
damn it.
problem. That's the problem you put yourself into.
Yeah,
I mean, like,
exactly.
you got to
But I mean,
try to avoid it.
yeah, it's tough. I think editing is definitely more collaborative with like a director than probably an image and an art director, if that makes sense.
Oh yeah, that makes a lot of sense.
And so you kind of do have to rope them in. There's some directors that want to sit in on the whole entire process, which I think is nutty. But you know, I mean, I don't even know. I have a couple friends that do that. That's all they do is they go into a studio. They have it's called an editing suite. It has candy and food and snacks and every drink you can imagine. And then the clients come in and there's a ping pong table. and they edit in front of a team of like 6 people all day.
Wow.
And it would drive me insane. It would
I
be
don't think I could handle people playing ping pong while I was trying to focus.
Well, they just have their headphones on and they're just like editing, and then everything they're editing on is being projected onto a much larger monitor. Um,
Oh.
and I had to do those when I used to do like Hot Wings. I did a bunch of Hot Wings commercials, and that was my like editing, and it's unbearable. It's the dumbest way of. It's people who want to leave an ad agency. They don't want to be at their desk at an ad agency. So they want to hang out at a production house. That's my opinion. But yeah. But yeah, I mean, can you imagine drawing a paint like drawing or painting and just being like, can you imagine, guys, drawing and a bunch of people watching you?
Well, it's just like having kids.
I know, I was joking about like right now.
I know.
But yeah, no, yeah, it is like having the kids are just over your shoulders the whole time. Yeah.
Yeah, or they pop up and they're like, "Can I paint on that?" And I'm like, "All right, yeah, here you go. Here's a
It's so
paintbrush."
funny.
So
I
yeah, almost every painting, my kid has like come over and just been like, "Swap."
Could I paint on that? Can I paint on that? That's funny. John, why this is cool that you're adding some of that color to it. I love that.
Here, hold on. I want to see what it looks like on camera. I'm not looking at the camera. Oh, looks better on camera.
It looks so
All
good.
right.
Someone wants to know how you do texture like that.
Which part?
I guess the whole thing.
Which texture? Because this is like this oil and wax that I scrub onto it, and then I'm drawing back into it with dry pastels right now.
So is it like the wax is, is it still tacky? Does it catch it?
It's funny. It's like you can't move it around now. It's pretty because I have dryer in it. It dries really quick, and especially because I'm working on I'm working on paper, so it absorbs what I'm doing. I keep playing with it because it doesn't always work out when I do it, but when it does work, I really like it.
That's so cool. What's your ratio of dryer to wax?
Um, I use very little, and I don't use. It's not really a dryer; it's Galca gel.
Oh, okay.
This product, and then I mix up.
Is it the Derlins?
Yeah, here I'll show you. Here's my palette, and that's my. This is the like a big glob of wax, and you can see how you know moves around. That you can't see it very well because it's white. That is a pile of Dorland's wax, and this is oil up here. And then that's my gel right there.
Awesome.
Yeah, last week it was really funny. I really disliked what I did last week. And then it's one of those things. I came back down the next morning. I looked at it and I spent like 5 minutes on it, and I was like, "Oh, okay, this works."
So true sometimes.
Yeah, I mean, but I was at the point I was just like, "Oh my God, I can't stand this."
Mm-hmm.
And then it all came together.
I did a piece for an Edgar Allan Poe show, based on his story, The Sphinx. So I did a giant death mask hawk moth, and it took me forever to figure out how to make him walk. And for the longest time, I was like, oh, I don't like this piece. I don't like it. I'm so mad at it. Um, and then I kept, going at it. And then the next day I came back and looked at it and I was like, oh, wait, I think if I do this thing, then it all just came together and it finally started working.
On the topic of creature design, we don't have any props tonight, but creature design, character design, and all that. John, you'll appreciate this. I was actually editing a little project that involves puppetry, and there's quite a bit of green screen and like comp work involved. And guess who I was texting this week for advice? Dustin D'Arnault.
Oh, that's awesome.
Yeah, yeah, and it's kind of fun because it was for some comedians he actually really loves. We have some similar taste, and so he was chiming in. So for anybody who doesn't know, Dustin teaches. He really helps us out running our visual development courses, and Dustin's got an amazing class on character design and prop coming up, and I am really excited for it. If you don't know Dustin's work, he's worked on some pretty iconic intellectual properties. I immediately always think of Samurai Jack, Inside
I always
Job.
think
Go ahead.
Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles.
I mean, yeah, that's the really the biggest
Book
punch of
Book
it.
of Life.
Yeah,
Book
Book
of
of Life is
Life.
beautiful.
I mean, but talk about Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. They've been around my entire life. You know. and they let him, you know, put Dustin's spin on it, you know. And so Dustin's running this class. It's all about creating original characters, putting them in an environment, and giving them props in a way in which you can bring your characters to life, and kind of create the story. The class starts next Sunday, I believe it's August 3rd. I'm going to double check that. But it is coming up soon. So if you're considering telling your own stories, or wanting to bring your character, like, you don't need to be into, this is not a game design class, it's not a film and television class. It really is overarching in a way in which it is allowing you to bring your characters to life to tell stories. I'm really excited about it. I'll drop a link in the chat to the course. um,
One of the
Dust,
things I like to mention
yeah.
about that class, and it's kind of like our portfolio classes, it's like we want you to walk away with a professional product. And
Mm-hmm.
so you can decide like, okay, what studio, what IP do I want to work on?
Mm-hmm.
And Dustin's going to help you get there.
Yeah, it really does get you yeah, from where you're at to where you want to be, which is kind of our mantra here.
Hmm.
But I'm really excited about it. Dustin helped me out a ton this week.
That's
so I
so
am
great.
so I am very confident Dustin will be able to help out you because Dustin doesn't work with puppets often, but he had a blast chiming in on this one for me. So um, and it
We
was
gotta get back on Drawing Hive too. He was so
he was
great.
fun, wasn't he?
Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
yeah.
He had a lot of cool stories.
He has a ton of cool stories, you know, like sharing an office with Seth Rogen, stuff like that, where you're
Yeah.
like, this is wild. Your life's not real, you know? Um,
Yeah.
and just the idea of, like, you know, going from like show to show, and like, you know, getting used to the, like, I guess the weather that is provided by the entertainment industry is really interesting, you know, and like knowing when things come up and when they go down and all of that. Because you got to know how to ride those waves. Um, and yeah, he's great. He's the best. So I'm excited for it. It does start August 3rd, and I just dropped a link to it in the chat. So um, yeah, you don't have to want to do like a cartoon or like a game. Like, this is all about, it's about making your own characters and bringing them to life, which I think that that's like the heart of a lot of stories now, which is like the character. Um,
Hmm.
and so check it out. Um,
My,
go ahead, John.
it's just like the viz dev world. You think of people that are great visual development artists, whether it's character or environments or
Mm-hmm.
storyboarders, and it's so much of it's universal. And I think a lot of people look at it as like, oh, this is so specific for this thing. And it's really not. It's you think it's like great story, visual storytellers, great children's
Mm-hmm.
book illustrators. They're fantastic visual development artists. I always point out that my favorite ones are like Peter DeSev and Carter Goodrich,
Hmm.
and um, they're just, you know, people don't think of them immediately, as illustrators, but they were both editorial illustrators at the beginning, and they still both do editorial illustration. But they learned, part of it is their uniqueness in their drawing and the way they draw. They're just phenomenal uh, visual storytellers and
Mm-hmm.
viz dev artists because of it. So it's not just, it really is kind of universal. You think about what a children's book illustrator does is, they design the book, they have to storyboard the book,
Mm-hmm.
they gotta design all the panels, they design the characters, the environments. They visually tell the story, but they have to do it all. I mean, it's like they have to put it all together themselves. It's like the ultimate training ground for, somebody that wants to do biz dev or vice versa.
Yeah.
That was like when you had Ian McCaig talk, just like him talking about his process and the in spite of how much he's done, how much he's still pushing himself and trying to like I loved his warm-ups
Yeah.
to get himself thinking. Like I think that's what's so neat is getting people like him and Dustin just talking about how you get yourself there to think about outside the box to create something different and new and consistent.
Yeah. It was I also I just think he's just a great guy. He like wants to help other people make great art,
Mm-hmm.
which is like that's I do think kind of rare. Like some people say they want to teach, and I often see the governor on that pretty frequently of like the limitations that people put on how much they want to pass on. Um, and I just always have tremendous respect for people that are like, no, I'm an open book. I want you. I'm excited that you're excited about this, and I want to help you as much as possible. I don't really care what's in it for me, um, because because they know what's in it for them. It's the like I think it's a bit of pride, of like passing it on, right?
Definitely.
Um, and just like I don't know, it just feels good to help someone else. But I mean, like, man, I got like some free advice from like a seriously skilled cartoon like person in the cartoon industry this week. It's nutty. It's actually inappropriate that I was bugging him with these questions, you know. But yeah, he was the best. Um, I was dealing with like kind of a pipeline problem. So they shot these puppets on a green screen, and they did it in studio with a production house. So like it's a production house that should kind of know what they're doing, right?
Mm-hmm.
And they kind of botched it, right? They didn't do the best job, right?
Oh no.
And so there were effects occurring that were subpar, and you kind of have to first of all you kind of have to you can't just in my position you don't want to just tell everybody, hey, this is screwed and there's nothing you can you as especially as an editor, but I would imagine this is the same thing in like the concept art field, which is like you need to problem solve. Like you need there's only so much you can do by like blaming another person that was like further upstream from you,
Mm.
because like the person that's like paying you or in charge or the studio or the director, they're just going to be like, okay, you're a pain in the ass because you're not helping, you're
Hmm.
just blaming people. And that's and they're also kind of like detangling, like, is Timmy having trouble doing what we want him to do? Is he trying to blame someone else just because he's having a hard time with this? You know what I mean? Like
Right.
they like because they don't know, you know. Um, I'm sure like at a studio where they're not like commingling with like people from different, you know, when it's all like one house, I think this is easier. But when you're dealing with like multiple production houses and multiple editors, this happens all the time. Where you're
Mm-hmm.
just like they didn't do their job right, and I was dealing with that. But it would also be kind of negligent not to say like, and I'm assuming that you guys deal with all this time. Like you got to stand up for yourself and be like, hey, so this is occurring because of this. Um, I try. This was my strategy. I say this is why this is happening, but we can totally fix it and don't worry about it. And then it's kind of like I think they're like, oh man, like this. They're upset at first, but then they're like, well, at least we're not doomed, right?
Right.
Because there's like money on the line, like like every the cash has like checks have been cashed. It's like that's brutal. But yeah, throwing people under the bus can blow up in your face so hard.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, or at least it has for me. Yeah, yeah. But yeah, Dustin showed me some cool tricks. on fixing a badly lit green screen, which was nice.
Yay, that's so nice.
It was great. Yeah. Yeah. Also, I texted Ray about it. I was like, I'm slowly stepping into the world of like fantastical, like I'm like comping together scenes with graphics and illustration and animation and stuff, and I'm like, I don't like this.
Like, this isn't what I
I was like,
wanted.
this is not what I like to do. I was like, I usually do interviews and stand up, and I was like, I don't want to do these like aliens on a spaceship talking to each other about politics. It's pretty goofy. It's pretty goofy stuff. They kind of look like your spider, John. It's kind of fun.
Fantastic. Look at that.
Sure, nothing is better. But you know what? You can always take another swing at it, right? Just want to see what happens.
Ooh,
Uh-oh.
nothing's too precious on Drawing Hive night.
No, it's not.
Oh, it's getting better.
So, um, you can just layer more wax on top after it's dried in pastels if you want.
Evidently.
That's fantastic.
Yeah, I knew I could go back over it. That's kind of fun. I don't want to do this to my spider, then it really sets my pastel that down too.
Hmm.
Oh, I hope my gallery owner comes by tomorrow.
Like, I'm
Oh,
doing spiders now.
yeah.
John, how many times do I have to tell you there's not a market for spider paintings?
Unless it's Spider-Man.
Yeah,
Really?
there we go. Wrong kind of spider. Everybody, this is the 5 minute warning. 5 minute warning. I'm going to tell you to start posting stuff in 5 minutes. So get your get your finishing touches done with. So you guys focused entirely on one image tonight. Is that? I'm
I didn't
always.
mean to.
You didn't mean to. It just happened. Well, you said you were going a little bit slower, so I love it.
Yeah.
I love it. This. I mean this in a nice way. My favorite thing is the finger. I think it's so cool.
I was trying to decide whether or not I should do it, and I was like, yeah, let's
Yeah,
just lean into it.
yeah, it's awesome.
Tonight's one of those nights like I question if I how long I would last. I had a really bad headache when I came in here.
Oh,
Really?
I'm so sorry, John.
And it's
Yeah.
the power of working.
Do
Mm-hmm.
you work through a? If you guys need to paint or draw or something, do you work through a headache or do you take a nap or something? Do you try to like just say, "Ugh, I need to cut my losses."
Uh,
Depends on how bad. Most of the time I try to push through because it's the only time I have to
Yeah,
work.
yeah. I've determined that if I'm feeling tired or if I have a headache, that working out fixes it like 75% of the time.
yeah, but it's the 25 when it doesn't.
Yeah, that's brutal, isn't it?
Yep.
Yeah. But I've gotten better at it where it's so tempting to just be like, but I'm not supposed to be working out right now. I'm supposed to be working. I'm supposed to answer those emails I said I was going to do. And I'm supposed to update that page on the website. You know, I'm supposed to do all these things and I'm tired. And so it's everything's going at like 25% speed, you know, like
Mm-hmm.
the thrusters are not on. And, and I would like slug through it and it would take so much longer and everything. And I've learned that like, oh no, if you just take that nap or if you go to the gym or something like that, I don't know. I have such a work guilt thing, like intensely so. I mean, John, you know my dad. Be like, like it was the that was like his parenting strategy, which was like, if you're not working, you should feel bad about it. Yeah, it's tough.
Now that's the uh, one of the bigger takeaways from my father was, and I don't think
With
it was. I think it was a work ethic, but it was also like just an obsession ethic. You know, he just loved what he did, and
yeah,
he would do it all the time.
yeah.
And there is a thing I talk to students about a lot. I refer to as art guilt,
Mm-hmm.
and
What
there's
does
this
art guilt? What does art guilt look like?
art guilt. I think comes from people saying, "Oh, I could be, if I worked harder, I'd be better, and I need to work all the time." Uh,
Mm-hmm.
and I've seen it. Well, for some of the first online uh, venues with conceptart.org and
Yeah,
what was the other really big one that still around? Um,
art station.
no, it's a community.
Hmm.
Um,
So I said, hey,
I
that's
can't believe I
my
can't
bad
think
art.
of it. Anyway,
Yeah.
but it was like there's so many people this mindset of like, oh, I gotta draw this many hours a day and all, and again, I think hard work is important, but there's gotta have something. You gotta enjoy your life too at the same time. You gotta feed yourself to make art.
Mm-hmm.
You gotta load your brain.
Yeah. I
Totally
mean,
agree.
Pardon me?
also like,
I totally agree.
Yeah.
I mean, I work an amount that is more than. I mean, I don't know. I I don't have off time often. You know what I mean? I'm getting messages from Gary Amaro at 11 p.m. No, I'm just kidding. But like, you know, you get stuck. You're always on. Like you have this device. It
No,
haunts me. You know what I mean?
part of working for yourself. It's always been that
Yeah.
way for me.
I do have a flexibility that I'm very grateful for, and I will never not feel grateful for. But it is brutal, and you have to like recalibrate to be like, oh, this isn't normal. When you're your own business like when you're running your own business, so like you have to be like, okay, the expectations of like work that everybody else lives by, like mine is different. It took me such a long. We run classes on weekends. It took me such a long time because I'm often have to be on, John, you more than me, like on a weekend, right? It took me so long to be like, okay, my weekday schedule is different than other people.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? That like I don't have to work 7 days a week. That I should probably identify a day that most people consider a work day and not work that day. You know?
Yeah, and you have to set it as that day you don't work.
Yeah. And I had such a fear. I remember when I first started working for myself in production, somebody told me like stay away from the couch. Like it was a photographer. He goes, be very careful about the couch. I was probably like 23 when he said that, and it really spooked me. I thought the couch was gonna consume me, and it would be the reason my career failed because I got lazy, you know,
Because you wanted to relax.
because I wanted to. What he was saying was like, you're 23, don't go party and then get hungover, and then on a Tuesday, which I know that sounds crazy, but when you're 22 and you're a commercial photographer and your schedule is crazy, like you might go party on a Monday night with your friends that work in the service industry,
Mm-hmm.
and then you end up on a couch all day the next day, and then you didn't work that day. It's like it
Oh, I
it
see what you're saying.
it,
Yeah.
it scared me into like a really strict thing where I grew out of it. I'm not saying I party and sleep in on Tuesdays, but like when I first started dating Gianna, she didn't understand it. She was like, "You work for yourself, and you're not a morning person, and you wake up at 5 a.m. every day. Why do you do that?" And I
Hmm.
was just like, I just thought I was supposed to. I don't know.
Line that I always laughed about, and it was very true when you thought about it, and you may not even understand it because of the reference to the show. And you don't want to find yourself at 2 o'clock in the afternoon on a Tuesday watching the Beverly Hillbillies. You know,
Oh yeah, yeah, yeah. No, oh no, John, nothing makes me more depressed than seeing a soap opera.
You should show what John's showing. He's doing like cool blues now.
Oh, I will. One moment. I am double tasking right now. Oh yeah, John, you're cooking. Everybody, start posting your work. I am dropping the reference or not the reference, the hashtag in the chat. It's hashtag dryknife259. Post it now. You got 4 minutes. 4 minutes that are in my head, which could be 3 minutes, it could be five. You should hurry up.
well, back to what I was saying about like
Yeah.
art guilt and treating being serious about your art for one. And but I created this huge, massive amount of art guilt in my life where I felt like I need to be doing something. If I'm not doing something, I should.
Mm-hmm.
And not saying I'm not, I guess I'm not saying I didn't always do something. Sometimes I just felt guilty. Sometimes I would just assume the guilt.
Mm-hmm.
But it's like, I think some of it's really healthy because a lot of the artists I know that have succeeded that are really, really, really good. I mean, they're really dedicated people. And uh you definitely got to put the time in. Um,
Would would saying no to a project fall into art guilt too?
could be. Um,
Cassandra, huge for me, Cassandra.
I know. I was like, I feel like this is where I would like, I have trouble turning down
Yeah.
opportunities when I'm busy.
I have not turned down a comedy editing job, Cassandra, since I met Salacuse. Not one.
Yeah,
I've done every single one.
I believe it.
Yeah, because I'm worried that it's not. There won't be more.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah,
Tons of illustrators that think that way.
yeah.
Yeah. And again, it's like you learn over time that yeah, they'll call you back most of the time, but it's
Yeah.
um everyone, especially when you're getting started, it's like, do I really want to say no to these people? But then you got to really look at it realistically and say, can I even, I have so little time and so little energy at this point. Can I even do a good job with this?
Mm-hmm.
Uh,
And
yeah.
you got to really consider that stuff. But the art guild thing is real. It's
Oh, yeah.
I think I have it extreme because, I'm always thinking about my father. And when I was learning, when I was, trying to become a professional, I was I was I always had him to think about as like, oh, I mean, um, you compare yourself to people, and it was like an impossible comparison. He was just so good that it was for a young artist to think that way. But
Hmm.
he was also my father too, so it was like
Yeah.
he expected, it's like expectations, are you working? That type of thing. You'd always ask that question. You'd call me when you're working on it. And
My
sometimes I lied. Uh,
my my thing is always like there are many editors that are much better than me. Like way better. They're so much more creative. They have an understanding of how to like manipulate kind of like to just like work with funny too. And my thing has always been like, but like if a comic texts me at like midnight or 1 a.m., I pretty much always respond. I'm always like, let's cook, let's do it. And like I built that into like my like I'm just always available and it's so dangerous. It's so not
Yeah.
it doesn't work, you know? Like let's just do it. Like oh my god. Oh, it doesn't work.
well,
It's so short-sighted and
it
just
works till it doesn't.
yeah, yeah.
And and again, it's like that's what I was talking about, that mindset about, oh, I just have to work all the time.
Yeah.
I don't think that's healthy. I think
No,
Mm-mm.
it's not.
I think a good bit of it, I think being dedicated and really working hard is great, but
Mhm.
there's times you gotta back away. There's times you gotta just, enjoy yourself.
Mhm.
And balance is tough for people that work for themselves.
It's
Yeah.
brutal. It's brutal cuz you're always looking at the bills, you
Looking
know?
at the bills and you're worried like, oh, well, what if I don't take this,
Someone told me this and I truly believe it. There is no correlation between discomfort and success. And that helps me a little bit.
That's a good thing. I like hearing that. Yeah.
I was raised with this idea of like the more discomfort you create for yourself now, the more comfortable you will be later.
Mm.
And I don't think that that's unique to my parents or anything like that. I think that was very much a generational thing.
Mhm.
Um, and I just don't subscribe to it. I don't think my parents subscribe to it anymore. You know what I mean? Probably my dad would, if he was still around. You know, he'd probably debate this pretty hard with me, and because that was his experience. You know, he had extreme discomfort and then found success like very delayed, right? Um, but yeah, there's just not. And also, I've met too many people that were successful that I'm like, they're just having a good time. You meet a lot of people that are successful, and you're like, oh, they're just having a great time. You're like, what? But yeah,
You can
anyways,
do that?
yeah, that's possible. You know, you guys ready to see some art?
Yes, please.
Let's do it. We're a little bit late tonight. I wanted to give some people some extra time because I noticed you all were a little slow getting your art up, but it's some good stuff.
Oh,
There's a lot of color on that page.
There is, right? You guys ready to
yay.
see it?
Look at that.
Oh, Gary, that's amazing.
I love
Oh,
that.
Addie, I love it.
Always love it
That's
when Addie's
fun.
back. Patna, that's awesome.
That's
Nice.
great.
Amazing.
Oh, I love that.
People got really fun tonight, right?
Yes.
Always got to see
I'm
it.
glad her continuance or
It's
their
getting the what?
continuance is on the Bosch.
Awesome.
Oh, Julian, fantastic.
Love it.
Wow.
Nice, AJ. Cicada.
Love it.
Beautiful.
Welcome to
Was
the
that the
club.
shot we didn't do?
Yeah, because it was
Yep.
posted first, then we switched it.
Yep.
Beautiful. I love how you handled that
Look at
snail.
that. What
Nice.
is-
Gorgeous.
I
Oh,
love
that's
that
so
one.
fun,
Ah,
Xander.
Xander. Oof, Gerald.
Love
Good
it.
stuff.
Great job. Ooh, that's good. Beautiful. Look at all the texture everyone's getting on the snail, too. Look at the
I
skin and
know,
the
right?
snails
Oh,
shell.
that's great. Very fun.
So fun.
Such a great mollusk.
Oh, that's awesome, Marcy.
Love it.
Love,
Awesome,
love, love.
Marcy.
Ah,
Good
You know what I mean?
stuff.
There's the children's book illustrator. There you go.
Killer stuff.
fantastic. Oh,
Oh my
that's
god, awesome.
beautiful. Oh my gosh.
Hell yeah, that's amazing.
So good.
Nice.
Wow, Gary.
Gary. Gary Gary, nothing would have fired me up more if you hadn't drawn this bee.
But look at it. It's like it should be the new logo. It's
I know.
amazing.
I think it is. I
It's
think it
beautiful,
is.
Gary.
Yeah, I'm gonna use it for something.
Oh, I love it,
If
Randy.
if
Kind of
Gary
works.
if Gary is so kind to let us use it, we'll use it for something.
Fantastic, AJ. Wow,
I'm
that's
just
good.
I'm just razzing Gary. He's the best.
Oh, that's cool. I love how you put it on like the pagoda building. That's so
Mm-hmm.
fun. Oh, that's lovely.
Awesome
So
stuff.
good. Ah,
Love it.
Gary said, be my guest,
Ah, I
Timmy.
love it. I love it. He had a
Puns and
good point.
everything.
He
Oh,
caught
I
me.
love that.
That's
You
awesome.
old watering hole.
Oh, nice
Oh,
stuff. Nice.
that's so great, Sherry.
And with sinus.
Oh, so cute.
He is adorable.
Love it.
The zebra spider. Oh my gosh. They give that one a little mouth though. I love
It's
it.
a little like they made it a cat.
Rosie Maple Cat.
It's
That's what
so
it is.
cute.
Awesome.
This is so fun.
I love these
I
little
love
guys.
like how fun, how like creative everyone got with these.
Yeah, it's great. Oh,
Oh, that's
oh, the book.
beautiful.
The book.
Oh, that was gorgeous.
The Jeff Omnibus.
Fantastic. Great job.
Nice.
Oh, that's cool.
Fun.
I love how you did that.
Beautiful.
Oh, I
Oh,
love this.
perfect.
That's the best. Oh, cool.
Wow. That's
Thank
cool,
you.
Jason.
Very nice.
Oh, I love it.
Oh my
So
gosh.
cute.
Felicity, what?
Great job.
Amazing.
Man.
Hey,
Oh,
Kat, welcome to
so
the club.
good.
Welcome to the bug club.
Oh, it's
Nice.
fantastic.
Nice.
Yeah,
Oh, that's neat. I like how you do that. Really good.
good stuff.
Oh,
Wow.
Terry,
It's
fantastic.
crazy. It does look like they're all attacking this. They're like, "You're not a bug. Get out of here." Hey, welcome to the club, Cyclone Art.
Great job.
Good stuff.
Oh,
Nice.
that's great.
Great stuff.
Lovely.
Amazing. Love it.
Just lovely.
Oh, nice. You're your own ant. I gotta respect it.
Yeah.
You gotta respect it.
Ooh, that's cool. It looks like the legs are moving the way you did it. That's really neat. Oh, that's cool.
Hmm.
Really good.
They're so weird.
I
They're
love
so
it.
weird. They're no bone. They're just no bones. Is it all just one muscle? I don't know.
Mm-hmm. Ooh, great job, Bella.
Nice.
Really nice.
I love it.
I
That's such a
love
cool
it.
little logo. Ah, awesome.
Great job. Way to do them all.
Giant
Oh,
bee. Don't say
that's
that.
fun.
It's almost too giant. We need to stop it.
Wonderful.
That's great. Oh, awesome. I always love the video.
Love
Good
that.
stuff.
Really nice. I love the little hairs on the legs you got there.
Nice. Awesome stuff. I want to see that. Okay. Oh, awesome.
Oh, great job.
Good stuff.
Adorable.
Cool.
Nice.
Amazing stuff.
Oh, that's neat looking. Oh, love
That's a
it.
furry little spider. Nice galaxy wolfy art.
Yes, I love that you made that a cat too.
Oh, whoa.
Yes,
How did more than one person do this? What's the deal? What
it's
was
the
going
same
on?
person.
Oh, I was like, what? Amazing. Where's Bluey?
Love it always.
Give us our Bluey. We want Bluey. Amazing.
Great job.
Awesome.
Jeff, I just picture your hand as a blur the whole
Yeah.
time in Drawing Hive.
Jeff's a machine.
Yeah, love
Oh,
it.
there's Bluey. There
Great
we
job,
go.
Ephraim.
Thank Ephraim.
Nice drawing.
Amazing
Mm-hmm.
stuff here. Good stuff
Ooh,
tonight.
that looks
Nice.
cool. Oh, so fun.
I love
Oh,
that
that's
one.
great.
Love that one.
I hope nobody has nightmares tonight about bugs.
I was gonna be dreaming of like Mothman and
Mothman.
cryptids.
Yeah, no, I'll just yeah, I'll just have my regular nightmares. That was a great one. This was awesome one to end on. Thank you
Excellent.
everybody for drawing with us tonight. I'm not joking. We're gonna get a guest on. I am cooking on some names, so we're gonna have a guest next week. I'm excited for it. Please join us. Maybe we'll do bugs again. Maybe we'll do a little bug sequel. Maybe put a spin on it. I don't know.
It'd be fun.
But yeah, I don't know. We'll see. Everybody, check out Dustin's class, visualartspassage.com. If you're considering art mentorships, we are going to start enrolling for the fall semester pretty soon. Don't miss it. Catch up with us. Bug iconography. Maybe that'll be the theme. Spirit, religious bugs next week. I don't know. We'll see.
Very fun, everybody.
All right,
Great
everybody.
time.
Have a
Thank you,
nice night.
Making
everyone.
my
Thank you.
headache better.
Bye.
Aw.
All right.
See you, Cassandra. Thank you.
Thank you,
Thanks.
John. Thank you, Timmy.